You like my hair? I'm gonna do it, kind of. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm a mess and that's okay. We are embracing it. Today I'm doing a collab with 4 other lovely ladies. Wait, no, 3. I make 4. We have Tira, Brandy, and Britannia. I will be leaving all of their links down below. I'm really excited. We are going to do our makeup using some of our favorite products and we're going to answer 20 questions. I love doing collabs with people, I really do. And this little kind of group of girls that we have here is genuinely so nice. And I'm just, I love the community. I love the beauty community. Like it's so, I'm at a loss for words today. I don't know. It's such a nice place to be. It's such a nice experience, you know? So we're gonna do this collab today. I'm going to leave links to everything that I'm using down below because I'm going to be answering the questions while I do my makeup. Ignore my hair. I'm like really, I don't know why. I'm really weird about my hair today. I don't know. It's 20 questions. Some are personal, some are about YouTube, and I'm gonna do my makeup and we're gonna chit chat. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get to know each other a little bit better. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna start with my eyes, so I'm moving you guys in a little bit more. And then I'm going to move on to my face because I normally do my eyes first. So all the products are gonna be listed down below. And we're gonna answer some questions. The first question is, what do your friends and family think of you being an influencer? I don't really think of myself being an influencer. Like, I did this because a lot of my friends and family don't, like, they're not into makeup as much as I am, you know what I mean? So I feel like I started this so I could meet other people that wanted to talk about makeup. Question number 2, what are the negatives associated with being an influencer? A lot of people think that it's not a real job and it's kind of like a waste of time, I think. And that's one of the biggest things that I get is people who don't understand it. Not like my friends and family, but like other people that we know. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really view this like as my job. Like it's my hobby, you know what I mean? And so for me, I don't really put too much stock into that because like everybody has different hobbies. This just happens to be mine. So negative wise, I don't think I've really experienced like a ton of negativity. People do kind of tend to side-eye you a little bit though. What is the strangest request you've ever had from a follower or a subscriber? I feel like I don't really get like a whole lot of strange requests. I think I am gonna do my face first because this is gonna be kind of like a wraparound eye. And it's possible, but it's a little bit more complicated to do before your face. Okay, so strange requests. I do get a lot of people in declutter videos like asking if I can send them makeup. And I wish that I could, but first of all, it's not sanitary. Like I tend to share a lot of makeup with Brit because like we both know each other, you know, and like we're cool with the risks. And I feel like that kind of makes a little bit more sense to me. Like it's not saying I wouldn't feel comfortable sending people I don't know like my used makeup because it's not sanitary. Like it'd be the same as selling it. It just kind of skeeves me out. I do like obviously I've purchased used makeup online before because I know that I can sanitize it. I don't know, it's just I don't want to put that responsibility on somebody else, I think. Plus, shipping for makeup is incredibly expensive, and especially with the pandemic and everything. I don't really have much of a desire to go to the post office because the post office in my town is such a small post office. It's such a small like building, and everybody's kind of packed in there like sardines. Why am I breaking out so much? And so I feel like that would be semi-dangerous. I don't know. The whole thing is just, I wish that I could. I really do wish that I could. There's just a lot more that goes into doing something like that. There's a lot more to think about than just like mailing someone a bunch of makeup. And then also like packaging and everything. Packaging for makeup is insane because it's so easily breakable. And I always get really bad anxiety about that. So like my anxiety like kind of throttles that for me. But I will admit it does kind of like weird me out a little bit because I just don't know why you'd like, unless it's something that somebody is, I don't know. It's a very confusing issue for me. I don't quite know like exactly how I feel about it, but it's a strange request to me. It's a strange request to me. How important is building a community with your followers or subscribers to you? It's super important. Like, that's the whole reason I'm here, is to be able to meet people and talk to people about makeup, about the things that I'm interested in. That's literally why I'm here. Like, I want to have the community. I want to have people to talk to about it. I want to have people to get excited with about it. I want to be able to share like my thoughts and opinions. I want other people to be able to share their thoughts and opinions. Like, the whole, like, that's why I started this YouTube channel. Do you feel that building a community with fellow influencers is a good or a bad idea? Would you rather do it without outside influence? I don't know. So I think that building a community with fellow influencers is a good idea, because I mean, once again, it's just people like that have the same interests as you. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with becoming closer to people like that. And especially when you can do, you know, like things like fun collabs and things like that. I think that it totally makes it all worth it, because that is like, that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? I don't know what it means by outside influences. Like would I rather do it without outside influence? I don't really know what outside influence means right there. I don't personally think like that matters, I guess. I don't know. I would need more clarification on what outside influence is. But 100% I think that you should be friends with other... I prefer the term content creator, but whatever, you know. Like, that's like why I'm here. It's to form the friendships. It's to have the common ground with people. Who or what inspired you to finally start your channel? That would be my husband. I just needed something kind of for myself, and he was the one to point that out, and he was the one who was like, oh, you should do this and kind of get yourself like a hobby type thing. What were some of the most important factors to address and adjust to improve your content when beginning? I think lighting is a huge thing, and I still struggle with that all the time. It's something that's very difficult to get right. Especially because the room that I'm in, there's a window that provides natural sunlight, but it's also where my vanity is. And I didn't think about that when I set up the room, because the vanity tends to block the light a lot. And so it's basically like starting from scratch. And then also I wear glasses, and so I have a lot of glare that I'm trying to work through. And it just becomes a lot of like going back and forth. I also think talking to a camera is a lot more difficult, I think, than a lot of people would assume it is. And I mean, like, it's easy in the sense that like you just sit down and you talk to a camera, but to have like your true personality show in the camera. What is your biggest anxiety trigger or fear about having a channel and making content? I would assume that like it would be the negative criticism for most people, and that's definitely what it is for me, because you don't want people to just like hate you to hate you, you know? And a lot of... I watched YouTube for years, and a lot of the things that people tend to dislike about someone so much that they comment or go to like the gossip forums or things like that tend to be just these very like nitpicky things, or things that are, you know, solely their opinion. And I do get like people put themselves online, they're opening themselves up to the criticism, but sometimes the criticism just isn't necessary. You know what I mean? Not something that is... There's just so much that isn't necessary, and I feel like a lot of the times, I don't know if people forget that or if people don't care or what, but it does get hard to read after a while, you know? So like for me, like there are some people who don't like how I do my makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I never claimed to be a makeup artist. I'm just somebody who really enjoys makeup, and there's a lot of different styles of makeup out there, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people forget about. One of the most common things that I've seen is people, you know, talking shit about how someone's doing their makeup because they think it's outdated. And that's cool, right? Like, what is outdated? But that's your opinion. That doesn't mean that they're doing it wrong, though, you know? And I feel like the days that I have, like, I feel good about myself, my makeup ends up coming out a lot better. And the days that I feel like I don't know how to do makeup, and like I just feel like a really shitty vibe about myself, like my makeup comes out completely unblended and like garbage. But I also am willing to show, like, I feel like a lot of people who do videos, if the makeup goes wrong, they won't do it, or they won't, you know, they won't continue to film it, or they'll fix it, right? I do my makeup on camera like I do in everyday life. I'm trying out new things. They're not always going to work, and you just keep on trucking. Like, you try to fix it as best as you can. A lot of people who are doing their makeup don't have time to sit there and completely remove everything when they're almost done and then start from scratch. And I just don't have a desire to. Like, it's one day, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm kind of known amongst my friends and family for having crazy makeup. And because I do bright colors and things like that, I'm pretty okay with like my makeup being jacked up for a day. It's a day. Like it's really not that big of a deal. My point is, I feel like I'm rambling so much in this video. My point is there are people out there who don't like my makeup style or, you know, think that I can't do makeup, and that's cool. Like you're totally entitled to your opinion. More power to you. I like my makeup. I've been doing makeup for years. I'm not super big into the overly edited makeup looks that I feel like a lot of people do that are pretty popular right now. I like to have a little bit more realism, and that's me, and that's my style, and that's the style I'm gonna show you. Is there a certain style or message you try to convey within your content? Be yourself. You know, people get so concerned with eyeshadow that's not perfectly blended, and I'll tell you what, I have tried to take pictures of my eye makeup the way that like the pretty pictures on Instagram are, and no matter how close I get, there's always a certain part of my makeup that when you get that close up to take a picture with that much detail, that looks off, right? And I know that a lot of those a lot of those pictures are edited, and I edit my pictures too, but I don't want to edit them that much. I still want to have, you know, like I edit to try to fix the lighting and things like that, and I feel like it's just a little too, like the mass majority of pictures out there are a little too edited for me, and I don't love that. And so I feel like my pictures never turn out as good as everyone else's because everyone else's are so severely over edited. And like I'm cool with that to an extent, you know, because like obviously it's just two different styles, it's two different ways of doing things. But once again, I try to go more for realism. It's one of those things where like the models in the magazines, even they don't look that good, even their bodies don't look that good. Like most of this makeup, it doesn't look that good. Like it doesn't look as good as it looks in the pictures. And so for me, I want to have a bit more realism. Like your makeup can still look nice, but it doesn't need to be like, does that make sense? So my message is just be real. Like not everyone has the time or the energy or the desire to have these like super carved out shapely eyeshadow looks, and that's cool. Sometimes I'll do more looks like that where it's like just very, you know, cut creases and things like that. And sometimes I just want color on my lids. Like just be real, you guys. It's cool. How would you describe your niche if you have one? And what is your opinion on having niche content? I think for so long I tried to give myself a niche. I tried to put myself in like this category, and I wasn't very good at it because my interests are so varied. Like I like makeup, and I like shopping, and I like project panning, and I like organizing, and I like sustainable living stuff, and I like crafting stuff and cross stitching, and I like movies, and I like music, and there's so much that's just, it's very difficult, I think, to fit yourself into the box of a very specific niche. And I feel like what happens is a lot of people end up getting like burnt out, you know what I mean? I don't want to get burned out. So if I'm not enjoying something, I normally won't do it. Like I might do it once to test it out, you know, like I might force myself to see it through one time to really make sure that I don't like it, but I don't like to force myself to keep doing stuff that I really genuinely don't like. And because of that, I don't really think that I have like a niche. Like, I mean, if you want to consider makeup a niche, which most people don't, then makeup would be my niche. But beyond that, I just kind of do whatever it is I'm feeling, you know? I like subscription boxes, so I do a lot of subscription box content, but then I also do a lot of project panning content, and a lot of people think that those are complete opposites of each other, and it doesn't make much sense for them to kind of be in the same like realm with each other. And I do agree to an extent. However, a lot of it is just about like, so I think my whole thing is getting the makeup that you want to get, but making sure that you're using it all, and then it's not just like sitting in a drawer going to dust. You know what I mean? Like you don't want it to go bad, but like I like having an oversized collection. I like having a large collection. And so for me, like that's part of the fun of it. I don't want to just kind of conform myself down into one small box. And that's why I call myself lifestyle too. I don't normally post a lot of lifestyle videos, but I don't want people to come at me on the rare occasion that I do. This is not Cartoon Network. It's not just all cartoons all the time. MTV switched too, you guys. That was a disaster. But I don't know. I don't love the whole like concept of niches, I guess. but I do think is worthwhile. But like, I follow so many people who have their base, right? Like this is what I normally post about, but then they post about other stuff sometimes too. And I like those videos. I tend to, not all of them, but I tend to like those videos just as much as their regular content, you know, because half of the reason that I watch people is because I like that person, you know, like their content. And if it's not for me, then you just exit out and you move on with your life. What is the hardest thing you do in a day as a content creator? I feel like there's a cycle. Okay, because so I post content here and then I post content on YouTube. I've been debating doing a TikTok of just like get ready with me's type stuff or like specific makeup looks or things like that. I don't know, I haven't decided about that. And then I'm on Twitter. I don't share much to Twitter. Like I don't honestly, I still have no idea what the hell Twitter is like used for. So I just use it. I have no idea. But the hardest part is that there's a cycle, right? You're either in this situation where you have so many ideas and so many things to post. And like for me, I have a schedule for myself that works with like my timetables and things, like my turnaround time and shit like that. But like I have so many other ideas of things that I want to post, or I have so many new things that I want to try and post about and blah 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 blah. And then like my you know, my schedule gets booked out for the next 2 or 3 months of videos that I already have planned, that I already know that I want to do. And that gets really frustrating because I'm like, but I want to do this too, I want to do this too, I want to do this too. And by the time I get around to it, no one's gonna want to watch it because like that product, that collection, that whatever, it's gonna be old news. Or you're completely out of ideas and you're just like, I have no idea what I want to talk about. Like, because everybody goes through those times where they just need like a little breather period, you know? And so it's like one of two things. Because I only post 3 days a week, I feel like I tend to be I have so many ideas. There's a lot to juggle with it, and I feel like that would be the most difficult part. What would you change about your YouTube community if you could? I feel like there's so much competition, and I'm very much a community over competition person. Like, I feel like we'd all be a lot happier if we just kind of helped each other up. Like, it's not, I don't know, to me it's not a competition. Like, if you like my videos, like, cool, watch my videos, subscribe, like them, give them a thumbs up. But if you don't, like, that's cool too. And if you like someone else's videos like more than mine, like, that's cool, because I'm not gonna be everybody's taste, you know? And I just wish there was more community and less competition and less trying to like tear people down, I guess. How do you deal with hate in the comments? Honestly, I usually just ignore it. I have responded, oh shit. I have responded to one hate comment in my comments, I think ever. And that was only because YouTube added that feature where you could see like every comment that that person had left on the channel in like one swell go. And this girl just, every comment that she left me, it had been several, were just rude. And so finally I was like, I don't understand. Like, if you really don't like me, like, that's cool. Welcome to your own opinion, whatever. But why continue to watch my, like, it's very clear that you've already made up your mind about me. So why are you continuing? Like, if you don't like me, don't watch me. Like, I don't understand why. Like, you've got to have better things to do than watch someone you don't like and then just write really mean things about them. So normally I ignore them, but that was just such a weird situation to me. Like, it was just such a weird thing because it was like she was watching them solely to just be rude. And I don't get that. Like, that's not what I do, you know? And I just feel like there's really no like reason for that. Like, what's the purpose of that, you know? I don't know. Where do you see your channel in 1 year? Who knows? Who knows? Like, I try not to set goals for things that I can't change. Like, there's not a whole lot that like I can do about my like subscriber numbers or anything like that. So I try not to set goals for that because it's so much based on like the viewers, and you know, same with like comments and likes and everything. I mean, I don't know. I plan to keep doing this because obviously I have a lot of fun doing it. It's a lot of fun for me. but I try not to take it like super seriously because I just want to have fun with it. Like it's a good time. How do you feel as a YouTuber with the responsibility of community making genuine friendships with people online? Now, even with my whole like community over competition thing, like do we have a responsibility to do it? Like I know a lot of YouTubers who tend to just kind of keep to themselves, and I don't really think that I would consider it to be like a responsibility. Like obviously I like talking to people online. Like I like, you know, so for me, like I'm cool with it. Like let's do it. Let's get into this. And now we delve into a few of the more personal questions. Your favorite music, band, music genre. Like I like, you know, your base 2000s-esque emo music. I think my favorite music, like my favorite, and I have like a large range though. Like I like a lot of different genres, but like my base would be like Mariana's Trench, Brand New, Pierce the Veil. Ice Nine Kills is like huge for me right now. They're like a metalcore rock band. Screamo? I don't know. But all of their songs are based off of like old literature and horror movies, and it's phenomenal. Like their music is so good. Everybody in the band is such a cutie. Like, it's a good time. One thing about you that we wouldn't know. I have a facial tic. It's like a thing with my eye. Like it kind of like squints shut, and then sometimes I'll do like a full neck thing. I don't know. I have a facial tic. And I tend to edit it out of my videos. So if you see like really sharp cuts, that's typically what I've done because I don't always stop myself. Like I don't always realize that it's happening. And so I don't always stop myself when the tic happens. And so if I don't happen to catch it while I'm talking, I tend to just edit it out. And on days that my eyeliner is like really wonky, sometimes that happens because in the midst of doing my eyeliner, I had a facial tic. What fictional place would you want to go to? Oh my god, you guys are so close. I'm gonna zoom you all out a little bit. What fictional place would you want to go to? Stars Hollow. Is there any other answer? Go get some Luke's coffee. I don't even drink coffee, but I will drink coffee for Luke. Thank you. If you woke up as a man, what's the first thing that you do? I'd windmill that shit. Is there anyone else who would do something differently though? Like, answer me this, riddle me this. Is there anybody who, if you woke up with that anatomy, is there anybody who wouldn't windmill that shit? No. And then the last question, favorite type of videos on YouTube to watch? I really like declutters. I really like hauls. I really like get ready with me's. I really like people testing out new collections. I really like Project Pan content. A lot of the content that I create is stuff that I enjoy watching to some degree. Although there is like, I mean, I guess there is stuff that I watch a lot of different stuff. I like watching like movie commentaries and things like that because I love movies and like TV show commentaries, and I like watching people like talk about that stuff because it's just very like fun for me, I guess. So I like watching stuff like that, you know, funny videos, things to make me laugh. Okay. Yeah, so those are the questions, and there were some really big thinkers in there. I feel like I do my makeup better when I'm just kind of rambling. I tend to like how my makeup turns out a lot more when Britt and I are talking to each other, or if like I'm on the phone or something and I can just kind of ramble without having to like really think about what I'm doing, because it's the overthinking. It's the overthinking that fucking kills me every time. But I also feel like it's difficult to like actually like critically think while I'm doing my makeup. That is the video. Make sure you go check out the why do I keep wanting to say 4? I'm the 4th. Make sure you go check out the 3 other lovely ladies who are also doing a get ready with me using your favorite products and answering these 20 questions. I will leave the links down below. I will also leave links to all the makeup that I used today. I actually like this look though. I will say I love, rainbow eyes are my freaking favorite. My favorite look to do. It's my favorite all around. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button if you'd like to see more of me. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.